Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so we're having a little bit of a problem here at the house, and I thought I would ask you guys for some assistance because I really don't know what to do. So we have two problems, actually. The first problem is that Mr. Boo Radley thinks that the bedroom is his, okay? So let me just show you what we're dealing with on a daily basis here. First of all, here, let me go around the edge of the bed here, okay? Mr. Boo Radley thinks he owns the bed. So here he is. Hi, Mr. Boo Radley, you're being interviewed. And his dad is at brunch right now. So he has chosen to sleep on his dad's pillow. Boo Radley, do you have anything to say for yourself? He said, I'm my own person. Don't worry about me. You're your own person. He said, yes, I'm my own person. I sleep where I want to sleep. This is not your bed. Yes, this is my bed. Boo Radley, what? This is not your bed, sweetie. This is our bed, and you get to share it with us. I think that you're mistaken. This is my bed. No, Boo Radley. This is not your bed. This is our bed. Okay, sweetheart. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you get that camera out of my face, please? Because this is my bed. Well, do you have any proof that this is your bed, Mr. Boo Radley? He said, I mean, just look at it. just look at this bed. It's obviously my bed. Well, those are Daddy's pillows that you're sleeping on right now. He said, no, I let Daddy use those pillows. You let Daddy use those pillows? He said, yeah, I let Daddy. Well, that's so nice of you. He said, I know. He said, but just look at the rest of the bed. So let's look at the rest of the bed for a second. Okay. So this is what my husband and I have to sleep with every night. Okay. The bed that Lucy sent us, which is so funny because, so Lucy, who's watched my videos for a long time, she sent Boo Radley this bed for Christmas. Now, he has a bigger one that we keep downstairs that's gray. It's very similar to this. This is like a calming bed, see? This stuff and the way that all this is supposed to help dogs stay calm. So I honestly did not think that Boo Radley would use it, okay? But every night, he is in this bed, every single night. And the first night that we got it, he crawled right into it. And I was like, Alex, how does he know that that's his bed? And he was like, I don't know. So we have some stuffed animals around the bed. Here is Lady number one. That was his brother Tucker's. Now, Boo Radley, Alex doesn't understand toys either. Boo Radley, do you understand toys? He said, I don't understand the purpose of toys. What do you mean you don't understand the purpose of toys? He said, I don't get it. I think it's stupid. Okay. But sometimes he like cuddles up to toys. Okay. And this is Lady. And I know her name is Lamb Chop, but we call her Lady because, see, she's got beautiful lipstick on. And now, that's her stage name, okay? Her Christian name is Judy Smith, but her stage name is Lady because that's what we called her to Tucker and Pee-Pee. So, this was really Tucker's, Boo Radley's brother. So, if you don't know, Boo Radley had he said, I think I'm going to take a nap because this video is boring. Boo Radley had a litter mate. His name was Tucker. He passed away about a year and 9 months ago, and they never spent a night apart their entire lives until Tucker passed away. Which, last night, all these pictures on my iPad kept on popping up of, like, dog memories through the years, and it was making me so sad. So, Boo Radley kind of, like, curls up to Lady. I don't know if he remembers Tucker at all. Interesting fact, just an interesting thought for a second here. I think that, like, at first, Boo Radley, like, remembered Tucker and who he was. I think it faded over time, but just an interesting perspective. I said to my husband one time, I said, do you think that Boo Radley remembers Tucker? And he said, no, I don't think that he does. And I said, well, that makes me so sad that he doesn't remember his own brother. And Alex said something to me, like, my husband always, like, challenges me on thoughts of things that I would never think myself. And he said, I think it's nice that he doesn't remember him. And I said, why? And he goes, why would you, if you had the option of, like, you know, obviously you would want to remember all those memories, right? And he goes, but, like, that means he doesn't wake up sad every day missing his brother. And I was like, I never thought of it that way. Because Boo Radley's such just like a little happy dog, you know? I mean, look at him. He's such a happy dog. He says, I'm a happy dog that naps, goes outside, runs around, says hi to my neighbor across the street, eats treats, and has good times. So anyway, he sometimes cuddles up next to Lady. Now, for Christmas, I wanted Boo Radley to have his own lady. So I bought him this lady. Okay, so she comes with gift with purchase. And I thought that she's got a little hat on and everything. She's ready to go to the Christmas party. She's ready to go to the office Christmas party. She wants to know, do they have a cheese ball? Are they going to have a cheese ball at the Christmas party? She's ready to party down like Gwen McCrae. Okay, so if you know that musical reference. But anyway, so I thought because he cuddles up next to this lady, it's probably because it smells like Tucker a little bit. But sometimes I think, that he needs his own toy. So I got him Mrs. Claus is what we tried to call her. He said that was too hard. So we just went with Mrs. So now we got the lady and we got lady and the missus, okay? But he don't like the miss. He don't like Mrs. He don't like her at all. Now, he does cuddle up next to Purple Bear. Okay, now, Lucy also sent us Purple Bear, and Boo Radley does like Poople Bear. He does like Purple Bear, and he'll cuddle up next to Purple Bear. Okay, so this is what our bed looks like. Okay, now at night, I will show you exactly what it looks like. This goes up... Hold on a second. This goes up in between here, okay? This is actually the perfect recipe for romance and passion in your relationship, okay? This is what it looks like at night. Now, Mrs. she ain't usually in the bed, but this is the divide of my husband and I when we sleep at night, okay? Not during romanticals, but... But when we sleep at night, and then I put my arm over this bed because Boo Radley has to sleep in his little bed at night, okay? So, I got all that. Mrs., she's usually not in there. So, I was, like, on Instagram, and if you watched my haul from yesterday, you'll have known that I saw this. Okay, so... I saw this duck, and it's called the Calming Duck on Instagram, right? And I'm like, oh, this is so perfect. And Boo Radley can cuddle next to it, and he'll love it, and all this kind of stuff, right? Now, Boo Radley, like, even with Purple Bear and Lady, he doesn't cuddle a lot with him. Like, he might put his head up on them and stuff like that, but he's not, like, cuddling all around him. You know what I mean? He likes them there, but at a distance. You know, that's who he is in a relationship, okay? He's you know how, like, some people say, oh my God, my cat thinks that, you know, she's a dog? Boo Radley's kind of the opposite of that. Boo Radley's kind of like he thinks he's a cat, okay? He don't, like, with his dads, he likes a lot of attention. But other than that, no, you just keep your distance, okay? So, I got this Calming Duck. Now, what's funny about this is that I don't think it really matters if you want to know the truth. But here, let me put you on the end of the bed while I'm telling the story. Okay, because we're going to demonstrate here in just a second. I know the camera's going to go up and down. So, anyway, so this website to buy the Calming Duck, it was like Bitcoin or PayPal. And I don't want to do it either way like that, you know. And so I was like, I'm going to see if they have it on Amazon. So I bought it on Amazon. There were like 10 different Calming Ducks. They all looked exactly the same. They were probably like, you know, like knockoff brands or something like that. So I go in there and I put in the brand name so I can buy the duck. And I look it up and it says the original and this thing and everything like that, right? And I'm like, okay, because I wanted to give the money to the original company. And so I go through that and everything like that. I didn't even look at the price points. So yesterday, after we introduced Calming Duck, okay, which her name is Ladonna now, but there's a story behind Ladonna Duck. So, when we introduced Ladonna, Boo Radley's not having it with Ladonna. So, let me bring out Ladonna, okay? Now, Boo Radley's very scared of Ladonna. He does not like Ladonna, okay? In fact, he told me yesterday, this is how we found out that she was Ladonna, not Donald, okay? Because I thought, at first, it would be perfect to call him Donna, okay, or him Donna, to call him Donald, okay, Donald Duck. I thought that'd be kind of cute, you know, but I like to name all Boo Radley's stuffed animals, just like when I was a kid, I would name my stuffed animals. I'd like Steve and Mike and things like that. The fact that I look back on that and all of my stuffed animals were like real names of real people, I think indicates I had no friends when I was growing up, and so all my stuffed animals had names like Tom, Steve, Mike. They had like normal names, you know. So anyway, but I wanted to name this duck Donald, okay? Well, as soon as we tried to introduce her, now we know she's a sheep, to Boo Radley, he wasn't having it. And he kept on saying, you can tell that lady she needs to leave. And I was like, who are you talking about, Boo Radley? He goes, you can just tell that lady it's time for her to go. She needs to go. And I go, who? And he goes, that lady duck. You need to tell that lady duck. And so then I thought, you know, he's older. I think he gets confused sometimes. I was like, is he confusing the duck with lady? And that's why he keeps on calling it, you know, the lady duck and stuff like that. And then he started saying Ladonna. So shout out to my good Judy Ladonna, okay? Who I don't think I've ever mentioned in a video before. She's one of my dearest friends. So shout out to Ladonna. So anyway, so he said something about Ladonna. And I go, Ladonna? And he goes, Ladonna Duck. And I go, what are you talking about, Boo Radley? And he goes, you can tell that lady it's time for her to go. I do not care for that lady. And I go, the duck? And he goes, yeah. And I go, isn't Donald? He goes, no, that's Ladonna Duck. And you can tell her that she needs to go right now. It's time for her to go. And I go, Boo Radley, that's not how we treat guests. That's not very nice, Boo Radley. Alex is just like bawling his eyes out laughing as I'm saying all this, okay? This is a real conversation that occurred right here in this bed last night, okay? So, Boo Radley, you could just imagine my husband laying there looking at TikToks, okay? Listening to his husband go through this nonsense, okay? Which my haters will love this, so. But anyway, so I'm like, Boo Radley, who are you talking about? He's like, Ladonna Duck. You need to tell her it's time for her to quack her ass away. I'm tired of her, okay? I go, well, what's wrong? He goes, she scares me. And I go, what do you mean she scares you? He goes, I mean, for real, have you ever seen a duck like that? And I go, I start looking at her and I go, well, I think she looks rather sweet. And he goes, she's made of terry cloth. He goes, first of all, he goes, that's not sustainable out in the environment. He goes, and she just keeps on making this noise that sounds like a fart. He goes, there's nothing common about her. He goes, you need to tell Ladonna to pack her bags and quack her ass away. And I said, but really, we do not talk about guests that way. He said, well, I'll talk about Ladonna Duck any way I want because I do not like that lady. He was referring to her as that lady. Like, you know when you're, like, growing up and you're in high school, you know, and your mom doesn't like that one friend, and it's like, let's say that friend's name is Judy, and she says, that Judy. She never calls her Judy. Like, you know, your friend Judy, or Judy, are you going on to hang out with Judy? She goes, are you going to hang out with that Judy? That's how Boo Radley is with Ladonna. He's like, you can tell that Ladonna it's time for her to quack her ass away. He keeps on saying, I don't know where he picked that up. Dogs pick up stuff the weirdest places, you know. So anyway, I think what it really is I think he's scared of Ladonna Duck. I really do think he is. Radley, do you want to say hi to Ladonna Duck? Now, Radley don't have no teeth, so he can't bite Ladonna. Do you want to say hi to Ladonna Duck? She wants to say hi to you. You want to say hi? He said, you can get that lady away. I told you. I'm tired of Ladonna Duck. Radley, do you want to say hi to Ladonna Duck? He said, you can tell that lady it is time for her to go. You don't want to say hi to Ladonna Duck? You don't think maybe you could be a little bit nicer to Ladonna? You want to share your spot with her? He said, no, I could care less about Ladonna Duck. Do you think maybe she wants to take a picture with you? He said, if you make me take a picture with Ladonna Duck. Do you want to put her on your back like that? He said, well, she is kind of calming. She is kind of calming. Well, Boo Radley, I called your Aunt Caroline. He said, you did. Did she bring me any presents? She didn't bring any presents this week. Are you asleep, Boo Radley? Are you so calm from Ladonna Duck? He said, well, it was kind of nice. It was kind of like I was getting a back massage. So, Boo Radley, I called your cousin Caroline. You don't even know. Last night, he took one sniff of Ladonna Duck, and he was like, I am done with her. Ladonna, you can quack your bags and go, okay? I called Cousin Caroline. You did? He said, why'd you call Cousin Caroline? I called Cousin Caroline to see if maybe your new cousin Mabel would want her. What'd she say? Well, unfortunately, I think that Ladonna's going to have to leave our house. Oh, thank God. No, I think she's going to go and she's going to live with Cousin Caroline, with Aunt Caroline. And she's going to live with Aunt Caroline and your cousin Mabel from now on. She is. Yep, she is. So you want to say goodbye to Ladonna? Kiss my ass, Ladonna. Now you know my life. Sitting around, making up stories with my dog. But needless to say, he can give a rat's ass about Ladonna. So I think it's time for Ladonna to go. I wish he was scared of her. He don't even care enough about her to be scared of her. Look at him. He ain't moved once in this whole video. Sweetest little puppy dog in the whole world. You're so sweet, aren't you, buddy? He said, I'm the sweetest boy ever. My dad's telling me every day I'm the sweetest boy. And you are. You are. You're the sweetest boy, and we love you very much. So anyway, you want to say goodbye to Ladonna? You want to say goodbye to her before she goes over to Aunt Caroline's house? He said, could you get her out of my face, please? Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.